Let's take a look at what's going on with Dogecoin today after work. All right, so we're looking at, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking it might be a falling wedge. What do you guys think? Came down, got support, got resistance, support, resistance. I was thinking it might even have been a W pattern, but it looks like we're kind of coming down right now. So I don't know. I'm looking at resistance, 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 resistance. I think if we break this trend line going to the upside, then we can start targeting the previous resistances, something like that. The first one sitting at .365. Second one is .3629, and the top up here .371. But what I really want to happen right now, if I could, I mean, if I got what I wanted or whatever, it would bounce up and maybe, I don't know, even right here would be cool if it went down. I've been looking at this target at .339, and I'm wondering if it could break this real quick, get a little fake out, boom, hit that limit order, fill that limit order, get that target hit, buy the limit order right there, and then come through and break out. Like, because a lot of times in falling wedges, these falling wedge patterns, which is actually a bullish pattern, we just have to wait for it to break that trend line going to the upside. So we have this falling wedge pattern. A lot of times what happens is, well, not all, a lot, sometimes, is it'll break the support going to the downside, and it'll just be like a quick little fake out, to fake people out, and then it comes back, gets a bounce, comes back above this trend line right here, tests this resistance and actually breaks through it, and then that's when you can that's like a falling wedge confirmation, boom, fake out, confirmation, breakout kind of thing. And then that's when you start targeting the previous resistances like I was just talking about. So what I'm hoping, like I was just saying, is I hope it actually does break that support right there and goes to the downside. But we also saw it back in this area where it did not come back down to the Fibonacci retracement level. My target is at the Fibonacci retracement level, the 38%, and I got that from the Fibonacci retracement tool. When we have that big run, I dragged from the bottom of that big run to the top of it, something like that, and that gives me those levels to watch as a little kind of, okay, so like it usually corrects down like at 50% is like a good correction, and check it out. I mean, I've been talking about these on my videos forever, and like came up, got had trouble like moving up still, so that's when I thought we were kind of like topping out. That's when I put up the Fibonacci retracement levels just in case you knew, and then we got a correction, started kind of get correcting going to the downside, and that's why you should actually subscribe to my channel, because we talk about these stuff all the time, and it's been actually coming in super handy. Came down, I don't know, I should look it up on whatchamacallit and just look it up, but I called it a long time ago. I was like, I like the 50%. I usually like the 50%. Back here, let's zoom out a little bit and go back in the past. Let's go to the daily time frame. I was on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so back here we had the same kind of thing where we got a big run up, and then we started doing a correction going to the downside. We had trouble, I don't know, I mean, at a certain point you kind of start, like if we zoom in, there was, I think, like a double top over there. Let me see, or something like that, and you just get those signals that it's like not pushing through still, like it's not continuing these patterns. Sometimes it'll make like flag patterns, and then it'll break it to the downside, and it's like, oh, that's not performing the way it's supposed to. So then that's like a kind of a clue and a signal. And see right here, boom, kind of came up, got resistance, then started coming down. That was that lower low. That was just like a first, I mean, that was another thing. And then also there was like a trend over here, something like that. We broke that trend going to the downside. There's another signal right there that we might be going down. Anyways, that's when you start. So we have the big runs. That's when you start doing the Fibonacci retracement. And there was like a run here, came down, retraced, and then came up again, and then retraced again. My point is coming back to here, though, is that it retraced all the way down to the bottom of the chart, pretty much, or the bottom of the bottom down here. So we do from the bottom to the top, something like that, and then this one actually retraced all the way down to the bottom, though. I think, I don't know why this one, it seems like it's off or something, because before it was like perfectly on, it like perfectly hit like the Fibonacci retracement. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not sure. Anyways, it went all the way down. And my point is that it corrected all the way down to where it started from. What I was saying before, though, is that I like the 50% level. Let's go back to what we're like the present day. I like the 50% level. This one, actually. And that's where it corrected down to. Perfectly hit it, and then got that bounce to the upside. Now we've been watching the 38. Now we've been watching the 38, 50, and the 23, and it's been bouncing in between those three levels, pretty much. Yeah, and as you can see, like the red level, the 23% has acted as resistance. This is, I mean, it kind of pushed through, but it kind of stopped through right there. And then the other thing I like doing is, so we get a resistance on one of them, and it starts coming down, then I'll start targeting the next one going to the downside. Right now we're going to the downside, headed towards .339. If we break 339 going to the downside of that, then the next, I'd be looking at the next Fibonacci retracement level sitting at .294. Let's go ahead and just put that up just for fun. Something like that, or 295, let's say. Whoops. 294, somewhere around there. That is the next Fibonacci retracement level going to the downside. But like what I was saying at the beginning, what I kind of hope happens is we just come down, fill that .339 limit order real quick. I think the Fibonacci retracement is a little bit lower, but since the last, I don't know, since I missed the limit order in all this area, I was thinking I should probably be a little bit more conservative about the limit order and put it a little higher, so it gets filled. It has more of a chance of getting filled, so it doesn't have to go as far down. But what I was saying is, hopefully we do that falling wedge, dips to the downside, breaks that resistance, boom, just real quick, comes back up, breaks this resistance, going to the upside, then we can start targeting these ones. But as like I was saying before, if we break these ones going down and we could start looking at the next ones. Same thing with it going to the upside. If we hit the target and then it starts changing direction like that, and we start breaking trends, starts going up, then I would say, then I'd be targeting the 23% going to the upside. Boom. Even though we just have this falling wedge. In a falling wedge, you would use these ones. Those would be the targets for this falling wedge. But with the Fibonacci retracement sequence and levels, then I would be looking at this level, since we are finding support on this one and going up. If we do that right now, technically we are trending to the downside until we break this resistance right here that we've been forming. Boom. Then we're technically trending to the downside and we are going down. But yeah, this pattern is actually pretty, I don't know, I like this pattern. Is one of my favorite patterns. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think it's a falling wedge? It kind of looks, I mean, you could argue triangle kind of thing, but it kind of looks like it's moving down, lower highs, lower lows, kind of, the bodies. Yeah, the wicks too. And it's getting tighter and tighter. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Like I said, I want to see a dip and then bounce to the upside. Let's see. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I know there's all kinds of bots in the comments. I'm sorry. I tried deleting them, but there's it's just never ending. So I'm going to have to look into something and getting rid of that. But yeah, thanks for the comments that you do leave. But anyways, if you guys like the video, hit that thumbs up. And if you want to watch this morning's video, check it out right here. And if you are new to trading, check out this playlist right here. I'll help get you started with TradingView, which is the program that I use. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.